الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. أما بعد، فإن أحسن الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وإن شر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة بالنار. أما بعد, جزاكم الله خير, my dear respect brothers and sisters. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this gathering and make it for His sake, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase us in our faith. Brothers and sisters, as we go our journey with the book of Imam al-Qayyim, The Jesus and the Cure, we have been the greater sins in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we started out with kufr, which is disbelief, and then we started out with shirk, which is associating something with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we're going to talking about the next level of sins, which are the greater sins. And one of the greater sins that is considered huge in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is transgression, dhulm. And one of the greatest transitions is killing an innocent soul. Killing an innocent soul. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters, He is just. And one of the things that are against the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is killing an innocent soul. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has sent the prophets, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent His books. Why? To establish justice. And the great injustice is what? It's transgressing against other people by killing them. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so many times in the Quran talks about وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. Don't kill people and don't kill innocent souls. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنَ نَرْزُقُكُمْ وَإِيَّاهُمْ. Do not kill your sons out of fear of poverty. And I see, subhanallah, and that's why it's considered to be a greater sin for a parent. And because thing is, part of nature of any parent is to love their kids. And when someone is intentionally are killing their kids, it's against their nature. I mean, above the fact that they are committing a great sin, which is killing. On top of that, they are going against a human nature of the nature of someone loving their child. The nature of someone cherishing or wanting to have a child. And that's why one of the greatest sins is what? When you have a parent killing their own children out of fear of poverty. And subhanallah, one of the forms of that in nowadays world is abortion, in which that someone would kill their own child, especially after spirit have been blown into that child. And subhanallah, and underneath the slogan of freedom, and underneath the slogan of people have control over their body, under the slogan of I can have children that I'm able to control over. But at the end of the day, it's considered to be killing. And that's why the greatest side of killing also is when you are killing justice and the people who speak and call for justice. And that's why the greatest type of killing is when you kill prophets. And subhanallah, in the past, prophets that we know were killed. And according to the Muslims, subhanallah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to some narration, he was considered to be a martyr. Why? Because he was poisoned, i.e., someone attempted to kill him. And also other prophets in the past, people have attempted to kill Sayyidina Isa ibn Maryam. People have killed Yahya, John the Baptist, and etc. So there are prophets in the past people killed or attempted to kill. Someone who kills an imam, a person who calls for the truth, someone who kills a scholar who teaches the people what is right and what is wrong. And that's why, brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran have designated a huge punishment for people who kill. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَن يَقْتُلْ مُؤْمِنًا مُتَعَمِّدًا فَجَزَاؤُهُ جَهَنَّمَ خَالِدًا فِيهَا وَغَضِبَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَلَعْنَهُ. And whoever kill an innocent يعني believing soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall what? Give him Jahannam for eternity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would curse him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would be mad at him, you know. So the question here, brothers and sisters, yeah, and this is how great the concept of killing an innocent soul, because you are transgressing not only against what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are transgressing against another human being, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, especially if they are innocent. So the question here, brothers and sisters, that scholars have really argued over, it is, can someone seek forgiveness after he have, يعني because the ayah is clear, وَمَن يَقْتُلْ مُؤْمِنًا مُتَعَمِّدًا فَجَزَاؤُهُ جَهَنَّمُ. Whoever kill an innocent soul, an innocent believing soul, his punishment is what? Eternity in Jahannam. Some scholars said that this ayah was mansukha, that have been replaced by another verse, and we're going to get to that. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all sins. So, but the question here is that, you know, can he be forgiven? Some group of scholars, they said if he's, then that should be enough. Some group of scholars said, well, what about the right, if the right of, if the person who inherited, the people who have inherited the blood, like meaning the son of the person who's killed, have forgiven, or he have received some sort of a settlement, then he shall be forgiven. Some people said it's a combination of the both things. He would have to seek forgiveness, and he have to settle with the family of the deceased or the person who have killed. So there are a lot of different opinions, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, like I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the door of forgiveness is open. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all sins. But Ibn al-Qayyim here, he tells us the conclusion here. He said, what's involved when someone kill an innocent soul? He said there is involved three rights, three things that need to be resolved. One, the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he have disobeyed him. Two, the right of the person who got killed because you have shedded his blood. And three is the right of the people who inherited, the family of the deceased. So once these three things are settled, then maybe he is being forgiven. How? Like, for instance, someone killed an innocent soul. He surrendered himself. He surrendered himself. He seeked forgiveness, and he settled with the family. And settled with the family of the deceased. So what does that mean? That if he seek forgiveness, he have, for instance, dropped the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by seeking forgiveness. And by settling with the family, then he have dropped the right of the what the family of the deceased want. And what is left is what the right of the person who died, and that only can be settled, according to some scholars, that can be settled in the hereafter. If opinion, like for instance, if he settled with the family, would that be enough? That's an issue of debate. If he, for instance, paid them a lump sum, or if he died, like the family of the deceased asked for him to be an eye for an eye, and this is a lot of rulings in many countries that the only way to settle this by punishment. And this is, again, even in the United States, there is such thing exists in some states. So the question here is that how that result is, there is a difference in opinion among the scholars. But one of the things, we go back into the same issue, is that killing an innocent soul in Islam is considered to be a huge thing. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمِنْ أَجْلِ ذَلِكَ كَتَبْنَا عَلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ أَنَّهُ مَنْ قَتَلَ نَفْسًا بِغَيْرِ نَفْسٍ أَوْ فَسَادٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَكَأَنَّمَا قَتَلَ النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. Look at how disastrous killing an. Because of this, we have written on people of Bani Israel, people of Israel, that whoever killed a soul without for no reason and without someone causing mischief, he as if he have killed all mankind. قتل الناس جميعا. So the question here is, and the scholars here is, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala killed one soul, he has killed as if he has killed all mankind. What is the relationship between killing someone and someone who have killed all mankind? The scholars said there is several similarities that exist. Number one is both people, who a person who have killed one soul or killed all mankind, he have disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Two, second, they have killed an innocent soul. Two, three, they have the jur'ah, the uh, the audacity to commit such a great sin, and that's both of them have that. Both of them are being called killers, and also, يعني, it's important to relate to the Muslim Ummah is like one body, and if part of that body aches, then the rest of the body ache, and that's the relationship here. That if you kill one, it's as if you have killed all, because all of them have ached, and all of them have been affected by such a killing. And that's why, brothers and sisters, again, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so many hadith, he said, look at this narration. One time, Abdullah ibn Umar, the son of Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu, he was looking at the Kaaba. He said, فَقَالَ مَا أَعْظَمَكِ وَمَا أَعْظَمَ حُرْمَتَكِ. How great you are, and how great is your city. And he's looking at the Kaaba. Guys, I want you to understand this. Abdullah ibn Umar is looking at the Kaaba, the holiest site in Islam. And he said, how holy you are, and how holy is your sanctity. And he said, وَالْمُؤْمِنُ أَعْظَمَ مِنْ حُرْمَتِكَ من حُرْمَةِ. The blood of a believer greater than you. See? The blood of a believer in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more greater than the actual Kaaba. So this is something great, and that's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا يزال المؤمن في فسحة من دينه ما لم يصب دما حراما. The believer, he still have a little bit of a cushion, he still have some space, he still have he could be relieved, as long as he does not touch an unlawful blood. And that's why, brothers and sisters, it's important. Prophet Muhammad, another hadith, سباب المؤمن المسلم, if you curse a believer, if you curse a Muslim, it's considered to be a great sin. وقتاله كفر. And if you kill a Muslim, underneath the slogan of terrorism, when they call underneath the slogan of trying to spread freedom, when they kill underneath the slogan of abortion, when they kill underneath the slogan, well, I want to establish Islam, and by these crazy terrorist groups. Subhanallah, where are you from Islam when you are doing all these all these killing, and no one have given you permission to do such thing. There is no ruleship, and there is no khilafah, and there is no country that have made such ruling. So, brothers and sisters, we have to understand that these things are not something that can be done willy-nilly by individuals and etc. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man qatala mu'ahidan lam yara ra'ihat al-jannah." Whoever killed someone that you are in treaty with, if you kill one person, if you are in treaty with, you will never smell the scent of Jannah. And he said, وَإِنَّ رِيحَهَا لَيُوجَدُ مِنْ مَسِيرَةِ 40 عَامًا. And someone can smell the scent of Jannah can be smelled 40 years away from it. Someone, if he killed an innocent soul, he would not smell the scent of Jannah. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have punished a woman in the hellfire for the fact that she have caged a cat? What about if someone caged an innocent soul? Someone have caged a scholar, or caged an imam, or caged someone who has, you know, spoke the truth in their prisons and killed them. Wal-iyadu billah. What's, you know, what a greater transgression that someone can do. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have punished a woman for the fact that she have caged a cat. What about an innocent soul? So, brothers, this is something huge that we need to keep in mind. Killing an innocent soul is a great subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no one should even think about it. Should never, no, someone should attempt, because this is something that, yani, even scholars have debated among themselves whether this something can be forgiven or not. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us innocent from any bloodshed and any or getting near killing any innocent soul, because this is something that it's not a joking manner, brothers and sisters. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect all of us, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us and to elevate us. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.